No, you're living a lie. And are you ready to talk about Ireland? Probably the most recognizable song of the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. I sure am. The first rehearsal is over, and Doomsday Blues certainly left an impression, for better or worse, depending where you may fall. But we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. What they have put forward. Ireland taking a big risk. So, my name is Matt. ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. So we got to see the TikTok clips as well, look at a bunch of pictures and description of what is happening here. And Ireland is going all out. Baby Thuck certainly is going to leave impression. I understand the song itself is polarizing. Some people think it's in the last place. Some people have it really high up, but it is a song to talk about. So, first of all, the staging is basically them. Excuse me. I'm still trying to get the the pronouns correct. Inside a circle of candles, and Bambie Thuck is joined by a shirtless dancer, and the shirtless dancer distracts me a little, only because number one, lots of hair, number two, nipple piercing always throws me. I'm like, I can only look at that. Everything else has become unimportant. It's just, very distracting. But I digress. So, and they're doing a lot of interpretive dancing. She's wearing black for the most part. It's like a tutu ballerina-ish looking skirt, but, as expected, black. Shoulder horns that stand out to me. And, of course, we know the makeup, the white makeup that we're used to in previously, and the hair looked like in like little horns, or I think they described it as antlers, something like that. So it's a very unique look, of course. And basically she uses her witchcraft throughout the performance. It looks like all the candles that are around her, they're not that electronic, they're not real candles, so she kind of turns them on with her witchcraft, and then they do a lot of like dancing. I'm not sure if it's called interpretive dancing, but certainly, some movements with between them. The problem I have with, by the way, is the TikTok clip is terrible. By that I mean not that the Island did anything wrong, but the cuts are so hard. They're like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and you can't even really see anything. It's like it told us very little based on the clips. So we have to base it on the description and the pictures. So that's just one thing I want to point out. That's why I find that a little tricky. And apparently we're being told that there will be pyro effects. There's like a low level, not like a low level smoke throughout and through it, and we got some flame jets as well at some point, which doesn't surprise me at all. The song kind of calls for it. So, and what I really like is the backdrop. It's, even though it's probably a lot of dark, but there's also a lot of like the world, the planet Earth, with like more brighter colors, because the song switches it up. It has that really like hard rock witchy metal thing, and then it switches to that very like folky pop song. And I think the backdrop is actually going to make that switch and shift over between those two genres, if you will. And I will say, I think Ireland, with the team that I had on camera today, we probably had one of the biggest reactions today. It was just a whole lot of whoa moments, and I think Ireland, we are in for a treat. So if you are a fan of Ireland, I think you will be very, very pleased with what you saw. So vocally, we couldn't hear a whole lot. The clips, again, were just so short, the edits, that it was very hard to tell. But visually, it is very interesting. And we also know at the very end, I'm not sure if she's using her witchcraft or whatever, but during the last part, when it gets really loud and she starts screaming, the circle of candles goes up. So like she lifts it. She's probably going to do like a movement, like she is lifting it. So it's going to look, with the smoke maybe and the pyros, it's going to look so amazing, you all. It's going to be a feast. I am over the moon. And it is wonderful that we finally talk about Ireland again as a true contender. And not talking about win or anything, but just really being a player in the game, whether they come first in the semi or last. They are doing something here, and I could not be more proud. Will it turn off a few people? You betcha. But will it also excite a lot of people? You betcha ass off. And once again, I keep repeating myself, this is not Big Brother. You cannot vote against countries. You can only vote for countries. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to be polarizing, because that means there will be a lot of supporters in Ireland. I feel like with what we've seen so far, and we have only seen a tiny fraction of what's come for us, I feel like putting them in a super safe qualifier bucket. This is something, this is an experience, and this is why I love Eurovision. And so, Ireland, you send a song that's daring, you do staging right, it seems like, for the first time in God knows how long. So, I am so happy. This has been a moment today. And Ireland, or all the fans, you better watch out because Ireland is coming for something here. This is something, you all. I am so happy. The staging looks amazing, and I cannot wait to see the camera work in a few days. The 30-second slip, and then the dress rehearsals coming early next week. You have to be here at ESC United to find out more, by the way, because we'll give you the scoop and everything. So, as you can see, had a very, very, very good first impression of Ireland. How do you feel? Did you feel it was too dark, or do you think they just really have something special here? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Next up is actually Ukraine. See you soon.